Okay, now we have evaluate each expression for the given value of the variable. On the first lesson, we talked about evaluating, meaning finding the answer, and they're going to give you a value they want the variable to equal, and they're going to solve that problem. That was a cute little baby sneeze you just heard. So 5.25 over n for n equals 0.15. So if you notice here, oh, I need my pen. Let's go with green. That's fun. If you notice here, instead of n, they have 0.15. There's another cute little baby sneeze. So, second step is, okay, we got two places, right? Here and here, so we're going to multiply by 100 over 100 because it's in the hundredths place. Now, we get what? 525 over 15, and then we divide, because I've showed my work. I can use a calculator now and get 35. Okay? Next problem we want to do is, okay, the next one, k divided by 4/5 for k equals 5. Now, notice here, instead of a k, they put a 5 because they said they wanted k to equal 5. And if you notice here, they have 5 over 1 because they made the whole number 5 into a fraction, and we do that by putting it over 1. And if you notice after 5 over 1, there's no longer a division sign, there's a multiplication sign, because when we divide fractions, we end up multiplying them, and we're going to have to multiply by the reciprocal of 4/5, so we're going to multiply by 5 over 4. Now, there are no common factors, so we're going to multiply our numerators, 5 and 5, and get 25, and our denominators, 1 and 4, and get 4. And then we're going to change that to a mixed number. 4 goes into 25 6 times. 6 times 4 is 24. 25 minus 24 is 1 over 4. Okay. Next problem we got here says a cookie recipe calls for ½ cup of oats. You have 3/4 cup of oats. How many batches of cookies can you bake using all the oats you have? Well, you know the amount. The first thing you want to do is you want to understand the problem. Wouldn't that be what we all want to do? The number of batches of cookies you can bake is the number of batches using the oats you have. So we need to list the important information. This is where a lot of people have trouble with story problems because they don't list the important information and know what they have. And they're looking at all these words and numbers and they don't list what they actually need. So we have 3/4 cups of oatmeal in our cabinet. One batch calls for 1/2 cup of oats. So we're going to take the amount we have, which is 3/4. We're going to divide it by the amount for one batch, and that is going to give us our number of batches or our variable. So that is our plan. Okay, now they're going to let n be the number of batches. We had x. That's the only difference. Okay, so 3/4 stays the same because we keep the first fraction. The division sign becomes a multiplication sign, and then we're going to flip 1 over 2 to 2 over 1 because we take the reciprocal. And then we multiply. This is where they get the 6/4. 3 times 2 is 6. 4 times 1 is 4. Okay, 4 goes into 6 one time. We have 2 left over 4, which is actually, if you simplified it, 1 1/2 batches of cookies. So 1 cup of oats would make 2 batches of cookies. So 1 1/2 is a reasonable answer. If you hear smacking in the back, that's just a cute little baby. It's not me chewing things with my mouth open, because that's disgusting. Okay, She found her tongue recently and she likes to just make noises now. Check it out for your problems. Don't take forever on those. Alright, today we are learning about dividing rational numbers, which is fairly similar to multiplying rational numbers. When it comes to fractions, we have one vocabulary word at this point, the reciprocal, which is one of two numbers whose product is 1. It's basically when you have a fraction, like, I need my pen, 2/3. The reciprocal of 2/3 is 3/2, because you just flip them over, and when you multiply them, you get 6/6, which is equal to 1. That's how the reciprocal works. So, what we're going to be doing is using the reciprocal, or else they wouldn't have taught us about it. So, the first step is to multiply by the reciprocal, which means we're going to multiply by the reciprocal of the second fraction. The second fraction is 1/2, so instead of 1/2, we're going to have 2/1. Also notice that they said multiply. When you are dividing, you keep the first fraction the same, change the division to a multiplication, and flip the second fraction. We have no common factors when we look at our cross products that are diagonal to each other. The only thing that goes into those are 1, so they are relatively prime. So we just keep it as 2/1, and then we multiply, and we get 5 times 2 is 10, 11 times 1 is 11, and that is in simplest form. The next problem is a mixed number divided by a whole number. So we want to write it, the mixed number 2 3/8, as an improper fraction. Okay, so remember, we take the whole number times the denominator, so 2 times 8 is 16, and then add the numerator and get 19. And then our denominator stays the same. And then remember, we change it to multiply. So we have multiply, or a dot works, by the reciprocal. So instead of 2/1, you're going to have 1/2. We have no common factors when we look at our diagonal factors, or numbers. So we take the numerators times each other, the denominators times each other, and we get 19/16. And they're all about flipping these into mixed numbers. So 16 goes into 19 one time. 19 minus 16 is 3/16. Or you say 19 divided by 16 is 1. And when you subtract those, you get a remainder of 3. Okay. Next problem we have here is we have 0.384 divided by 0.24. So, if you notice, they put the first number in the numerator, the second number in the denominator. Perfect. Now what you're going to do is you're going to look at how many decimal places to the right the denominator has. It has 2. That means it's in the hundredths place, right? So we want to divide the numerator and denominator by 100 because this has 2 decimal places to it. So when we do that, we get 38.4 over 24, because when you multiply by 100, there's 2 zeros, so it moves the decimal place 2 places to the right. Now, if you show me what you've multiplied, and then this, you can use a calculator to do the rest, and you get 1.6.